bright stadium lights glistened down on me and my trumpet as I stood on the 50-yard line. It was the season's first football game and the stadium was packed. I had always dreamed of my first high school football game, but I never imagined I would be performing with the marching band. In many situations, we let our fear of judgment hold us back from pursuing our passions and enjoying the moment. As a junior in high school, I've been in band for nearly 7 years now and have experienced many performances. My first performance with the marching band altered my perspective on how other people's opinions affect me. I had to be at my school's auditorium by 6:30 p.m. on the first Friday night of the football season. However, I arrived at 6 p.m. to ensure I had plenty of time to prepare. Surprisingly, the parking lot was already full. After a long walk to the high school, I arrived to a very loud and chaotic band room. I first put on my uniform, which consisted of my bibs, jacket, hat, and shoes. And then I looked in the mirror. I was so embarrassed of how big my uniform was, and I was worried about what the fans would think of me, more specifically the student section. Despite the hours of preparation I had under my belt, I was still extremely nervous for pregame. We lined up in our pregame set, and I was in the front row. I had hoped no one would recognize me. We began marching on the track around the football field until we stopped at the home bleachers. We played 5 songs and ended our performance by playing the Star-Spangled Banner. As we marched off towards the bleachers where the band sits during the football game, we passed the student section. To my surprise, there were many of my friends and fellow classmates who were cheering for me. My nerves from pregame eventually faded away, but returned as halftime approached. We marched in unison onto the football field to begin our halftime performance. "Please welcome the Go Hawk Marching Band to the field," said the announcer. We played 4 songs and marched to the first and last song that we played. After finishing our last song, Dream On, I realized how well we sounded and performed by seeing the fans' reaction. The students were on their feet and not making fun of me at all. As I explained, my first pregame and halftime performance made me realize that I should not be afraid of what people might think of me. I challenge you to go out and do something that you love without the fear of other people's opinions. When you let go of the fear of judgment, you unleash your true confidence.